Hey, what's going on YouTube? We got a very crazy video. We about to get into it very quickly. Now we got Adam22, old tweets, discussing 6ix9ine and the whole No Jumper brand. Alright, y'all, I told y'all we about to do some more reactions, but I'm still cooking up these two fire documentaries. We'll put that in our documentary playlist. Be sure to subscribe. Check that out. Let's get into it.
Now, we didn't know what was going on. So if you can let us know, in 2010, who were you working for, and where were you at?
So number one thing about me is that I never worked for anybody pretty much since I was in high school. You know, I always just had my own business. 2006, I started a BMX website, and that just basically became my whole life, my whole job, whatever. So I spent pretty much like the next 10 years just going out riding bikes and working on this website that eventually sort of blossomed into a YouTube channel. And
Yo, that's what's up. I knew he started from BMX riding, and shout out to Trolls Nation. We're a member of Trolls Nation and Death of a Cloud Chase. I love both of those rooms. They're the ones that provided the room for this audio to even be recorded. And check out their YouTube channel too. But I knew Adam22 was a BMX rider, and I didn't know that's how he met the rappers and got into the industry the way that he did. That's what's up.
Started doing podcasts all within the BMX bike world, just because that's really like my two main interests growing up were just always rap and then BMX riding, you know, and like they were always like kind of one and the same to me, just because like we would be out riding bikes every day talking about rappers and listening to rap, whatever, and that was just always one of my things. I never really thought that I would have anything to offer in terms of doing like hip hop content and making videos about rappers and shit like that, but I was like an expert when it came to bike riding, so I always like focused on that, and then over time just kind of gradually like got a shot doing rap stuff just from meeting rappers here and there.
That's really dope. That's really humble beginnings. Like, we had a blog in 2008. Hell, we had a YouTube channel in 2008 doing pretty much what we're doing right now. And then that channel got clapped. But I remember I got into it from skateboarding. You know, I went to Long Beach, Jordan. There's a skate park literally connected to the school. So you would get out of school, everybody go over there, you know what I mean? It was Visine and smell good activity. You know what I mean? Smell good spray activity going on at the skate park. Go home, talk about your favorite rappers and shit like that. And I took it to the next step and just made a blog out of it. You know, so that's kind of crazy that he was on the same shit.
Started doing interviews, and that was pretty much the seed of everything that you see me doing now. And in terms of those tweets,
2006, right? 2006.
2006 was when I started the website. Yeah, so I guess
How old were you at the
I guess
time?
I would have been. I graduated high school in 2002, so I would have been 22 at that time, I guess.
Okay.
And in terms of those tweets, it was, you know, I really have like even people who weren't on Twitter or weren't on social media at that time. I'm sure you've heard a million times about how Twitter used to be so crazy and the humor was like really ratchet and just ridiculous. And you know, you've had so many different times where you've seen, you know, people who are famous or in Hollywood or whatever, where some tweet from usually around 2010 comes up and it looks crazy as fuck. And you know, admittedly, a lot of those tweets look crazy as fuck, but you know, a lot of
How does that even get uncovered? You know what I mean? You got to think about all the way back to like 2006, 2010. And then think about a motherfucker scrolling all the way down your shit. You have to have somebody that hates you so much so they are willing to go down your whole life history to find some shit. That's wild.
of them were literally just like the most offensive things that we were joking around about at the time, or like the craziest shit possible. Like really, at the time, I probably had like 500 followers. Um, at that time, because Twitter was like brand new then. So anything in any of those tweets, I mean, I'm totally fine with responding to any of them, but I could give you examples off the top of my head. Like Wack said, like Wack texted me, he goes, "Why'd you tweet, let's fuck the kids?" And I sent him a fucking clip from a comedy back then called Eastbound and Down that, I don't know, like probably not a lot of you guys seen it, but it was really huge at the time. And that was just a line from that show. And, you know, it seemed funny at the time. And at the time, I didn't really feel like you know, the whole idea of getting canceled off of like.
No cap, Adam. That is a little weird. When I quote something, that's probably because it resonated with me. You know what I mean? The fuck, that is kind of weird.
Your tweets or even like anybody giving a fuck about anything that you said online was like completely foreign, you know? So like all that shit was really just jokes. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, like that shit was so offensive. That should have never been a joke, whatever. But I mean, pretty much all of it's like completely missing context. It's just not, you know, I have apologized for it in the past, but I also really don't feel like I have to apologize since, you know, that was shit that was just funny to us at the time. I can understand how it looks crazy out of context now, but really, I mean, that was just us being fucking drunk ass white boys laughing at some shit on Twitter back in the day.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, bro. You got one that says, "As attracted as I am to Jennifer Aniston and 10-year-old girls." Come on. This was February 26, 2010. I don't see the humor in it.
What was it? 10-year-olds or I've Googled it.
Oh, that is creepy. That's a strong attraction because Jennifer Aniston fired in a motherfucker. But that second half of the verse, Adam, no. 10-year-old girls, no. No way. What the fuck?
I'll read it again. As attracted as I am to Jennifer Aniston and 10-year-old girls. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like there was some story that was in the media at the time, something about Jennifer Aniston and like a 10-year-old girl.
Hold on. We about to fact check this. We was fact checking some of his other ones, and like he said, getting raped is a part of growing up. He said he took that from somebody. The lie detector test says that is a lie. Ain't nobody quoted that. Now, Jennifer Aniston, 10-year-old girls. Jennifer Aniston fire. But, hold on. Nope. We don't see nothing of any quote about Jennifer Aniston and 10-year-old girls. That was you.
Or something. I can't remember what it was at all, but it was like a reference to something that was in the media at that time. And that's an unfortunate one because I can't even fucking remember what the fuck the joke was about. But yeah, you know, it was all just some joke shit at the time. Obviously, like at that time, you know, I might have only had like 1,000 people following me, but it's like if that actually was as offensive and if it seemed that crazy out of context, then I'm sure it would have been a big thing then too. It was just, I don't know. I can't even remember what the joke was, but it was something that was in the news at that time, honestly.
Okay, you know, I'll read you another one. T-Rose, are you there, T-Rose?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read another one because you had the actual file. I'm going through my screenshots right now.
Damn, there's an actual file?
All right, give me 1 second.
Oh, shit. They came prepared for you, Adam.
Yeah, because the 10-year-old girl thing, a lot of the jokes was revolved around young little girls. You know, it's and the order of it, from the dates, you know, it's strange. It's like there's a period of time where a lot of your jokes was revolving children.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was probably the period of time where we felt like we could joke about whatever we wanted on Twitter without people getting mad about it. And then over time, it just became more and more of an obvious thing where it's like, oh, this shit actually could be seen out of context and taken a certain way, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I got two of them.
I guess I'll just state the obvious, which is that I've never done anything with someone who was underage. I've never, you know, I have a daughter now. I have a fiance that I've been with for 5 years. I've never had any kind of, you know, issues. Nobody ever accused me of doing nothing like that. Yeah.
Hold on, that's cap. That's cap. I learned that from you and Axe Beef. A chick came out and definitely said you was on some creep shit, Adam. This nigga Ack was about to interview. I think he did. I think he really snapped and did it.
I did find something of two women accusing you of something, but I'll get to that.
Right, but that was grown women saying that, so that's what I'm saying specifically.
Hold on, man. Like Adam, you sounding wild, bro. What do you mean? But that was grown women? Like there's any exception to that? The being a R. I don't know if I'm about to say it. Adam, this is looking very predatorial, man. Hold on, bro.
That I did something with a 10-year-old girl or something. It's just, you know, that's
nothing
that
with any
crazy
children.
out of context, honestly.
Yeah, all right, T-Rose, go ahead. Read those two, T-Rose.
All right, yeah. So these two is the one that kind of got me. This one says, "quote Getting raped is just part of growing up."
See, that's the one that I was looking up earlier, Chad. Getting raped is part of growth. I couldn't find nobody with that quote. That sounded like an original quote. Like, Adam, that sounded like you made it an original.
Was that in quotes?
That's in quote. I sent all these to Whack, and that's number 17.
Yeah, see, I mean, when I see the quotes around it, that makes me realize that I was quoting somebody else. Even at the time, I wanted to make it very clear that that was something that somebody else said and not something that I was saying. Now, I wish I could remember exactly who said it and I could explain.
Adam, I can't hold you. You like 0-2, brother. Straight up. We couldn't find a Jennifer Aniston thing. We couldn't find the whole getting raped as part of growing up. You couldn't find that quote. Brother, you like 0-2. You said you made those jokes by referencing people.
The whole context of who we were poking fun at or who said that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if it was in quotes, then that makes it even easier for me to just say, hey, you know, that wasn't something that I was saying or a message that I wanted to put out there into the world. It was probably just us laughing at somebody else who said that.
Okay, and this one right here is just a tweet that you sent out. So you're saying you wouldn't suck 11-year-old's dick?
Whoa, bruh.
Yeah, I mean that.
Hella pause. Adam, bro, are you a sexual deviant in denial, dog? Like, first it was the whole, yeah, I would let another dude pipe my wife, right? Then the two alleged women, now the tweets. God damn, Adam, we was riding with you. I don't know, bro, you looking kind of crazy right now. What the fuck? It feels like they lined you up, bro. They lined you up for this Clubhouse interview.
That, again, it's like, I remember somebody saying that to a girl that we brought home from the bar, and I don't remember why, but I just remember that, like, it was just some fucking conversation where somebody said that to a girl. They said, so you're saying you wouldn't suck an 11-year-old's dick, and it just seemed funny as fuck in the moment, but, I mean, it was a joke. It wasn't like the girl actually was saying she sucked an 11-year-old's dick. It was just somebody kind of poking fun at somebody else who, or I don't know, they were giving a girl a hard time or whatever. Like, I don't even remember the context of it, honestly.
Well, a lot of these, they go back from 2009 and 2010, and even not knowing the context of it, you know, here's another one. I would rather bang a 15-year-old in the ass than be president. I would rather bang a 15-year-old in the ass than win the lottery.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's in quotes, right?
Yeah, it's in quotes.
Adam, no, I'm not letting you get away with that. Now, there was a time, like the 90s, baby, we took the arrows for you Gen Z babies, nigga. Y'all need to learn that respect, bruh. We made y'all internet troll culture the way it is, but this don't feel trolling. This feel like some other shit. Like, because I remember during that time, I would quote a lot of spiritual shit. Actually, the tattoo on my chest is a quote. And it's from Tupac. Through every dark night, there's a brighter day. It probably came out before Tupac, but I only heard it when I heard Tupac say it. You know what I mean? And I would put that in quotes on Facebook. I would also make my own quotes and put it on Facebook. And there was Tumblr, then there was Twitter, and then there was this whole quote culture. A lot of these big booty OnlyFans freaks, if you look at their posts even today in 2021, they're still using quotes about, but for them it's weird. It's a bunch of nothing to do with nothing, and they just want to show you their booty to get some OnlyFans subs. But they're trying to not feel so whorish, so they put the quote, right? But we also did the original quotes, and then you wouldn't put a name because it's you who made that quote. So Adam, I don't know. I'm not really. I don't know. I can't co-sign that.
Right. So it's like somebody else had said that, and we
You
all were
said
like,
it.
we thought it was so crazy that they had said that. Like, obviously, the person who said it wasn't like saying it in a literal manner either. But yeah, that was just like something that somebody said, and at the time, I
But
remember like a big
That one,
retweeted.
sorry, it's not
what?
it's not a retweet. It's a direct tweet.
No,
But it's in quotes.
Exactly.
A quotation
But
mark.
it's in quotes. No, Adam. There was a whole quote era, nigga. You guys know how like there's certain trends like that happens on social media and that lasts a certain amount of time. Let me give you an example. Nah, He Tweaking by Lil Nas X, right? That was like a thing that people did on social media for a while. Why be better, right? And then there was the whole tweets with the quotes. And then there was like with the quotation marks. There was the Facebook post with the quotation marks, but it's you making a direct statement. But you want it to be seen as a quote from you. That was a whole trend going on. Was make your own original quote. Adam, that sounds like that shit was from you. I can't hold you.
before and after the sentence, right?
Yeah, it
I
is
don't.
quotations.
Right. I mean that was. I remember like a big thing for us at that time, and it feels crazy having to explain this all these years later. But a big thing for us was like we all had the notifications on for our phone, so we would all be like at the bar, we would all be hanging out or whatever, and somebody would say something crazy, and then somebody would tweet it immediately because all of our phones would buzz at the same exact time. And I just remember that like that was a big thing for us at the time was just saying the like putting shit in quotes, just saying the most offensive shit, whatever. So
Yes. Yeah, stop. That was the thing at the time was putting things in quotes. This is our first time seeing this chat. We only looked up one of the tweets earlier before this. I'm like, what is he seeing? And then we saw a Reddit post, but now it's being confirmed. But yeah, that was a whole thing, putting things in quotes and trolling, saying some offensive shit. But that was a quote that you had to make. You had to literally physically think that, type that.
crazy, but it's also like I really hope nobody actually thinks that these are like real things. Like I don't know,
So
like I have to imagine that you guys don't even think that that's something that I actually said seriously, right?
Rick, hold on
We
one
don't.
second. I don't. Hey, my bad. Hold on one second. Hey, everybody that's on stage, we brought y'all on stage to vibe with us. For now, so right now we just talking to Adam. So if CEO talking or Adam is talking or I'm talking, if y'all can just stay muted for a minute, you know what I'm saying, so we can get through this, then we greatly appreciate it. Hey Rick, I just have one tweet that I just want to say. I just want to ask him. It wasn't during bar hours or nothing like that. Um, it simply just says, "Let's fuck kids," and this was at 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's
And
the one I already.
Damn. Oh, they came prepared. Holy shit. He was like, hey, hold on, player. Because you seeming to use bar, drinking, and jokes. Let's sweep that rug from up underneath you, Dad. This is at 3:30 in the afternoon. Straight up. This is when school is letting out. You gotta tweet this shit. What do you say? Hold on.
we greatly appreciate it. Hey Rick, I just have one tweet that I just want to say. I just want to ask him. It wasn't during bar hours or nothing like that. Um, it simply just says, "Let's fuck kids," and this was at 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's the
No
one I
quote
already
marks.
explained. If you go to YouTube
And
and
you
you search
search
This
"Let's
man,
fuck the kids,"
Adam,
it'll
was
come up right away. It's like
wild.
there's a line from a comedy that we thought was really funny at the time. So I mean, you could watch like a 2-minute clip and understand the jokes.
Apparently, all of his jokes is about fucking kids, and that's something he finds funny. They lined you up perfect, Adam. God damn. Why everybody trying to cancel out? God damn. This is fucked.
famous TV show that nobody really.
And it's crazy because I fuck with No Jumper at like as the brand, as the hip hop brand. But this looks wild.
remembers anymore.
Apparently.
Okay. You have one. No quotations, right? It says, "I would almost rather sexually harass than have sex."
Right. Yeah, that was a joke. You know, part of that joke I remember was a reference to there's this old song that we used to think was
hilarious back in the day, where the name of the song was "I Got an Office Job for the Sole Purpose of Sexually Harassing Women," which is obviously terrible.
Wow. And now he has an office filled with porn stars. Wow. Adam, wow.
Especially in this modern day.
Yo, should the title be The Dark Side of Adam, bruh? God
like
damn.
That's like comes off as like the most terrible
thing ever. But you know, at the time it was like everything was just fucking offensive ass edgy humor, and like it almost makes me wonder with you guys, like what, like I personally think that cancel culture is bad. I personally think that the world would be better if people felt more comfortable making offensive jokes, or if people felt more comfortable joking with their friends and bringing that to the internet without getting torn apart for it or whatever. So, you know, I am happy to sit here and explain every last one, but I also just like want to kind of explore what the desire to even like talk about 10-year-old tweets is. Like, obviously if there was something in my life,
because we're offended.
They lined you up. Damn. And notice he brought up cancel culture. Damn, because he feel it. What else is the purpose? They lined you up. And they got you on audio trying to defend this. And you looking crazy. Adam, I'm not going to lie. I myself am a hip-hop broadcaster. I didn't know any of this about you until right now. And I'm not going to lie. I've listened to your platform for years. Shit, I was even dying for, like, once we own, shit, I want a no jumper interview to solidify that. But you looking kind of crazy right now, bruh.
We offended. We support no jumper. We watch it.
I don't even know if I'm offended yet. I'm just mind blown. Like, damn, Adam.
Too, but I still understand like the
concept of a joke or the concept of an edgy joke. You know, and I understand why you guys want context.
But let me tell you why we're concerned though, because even though you say that these are quotes and shit from other people, you put it on your thing. So even though you can put it on everyone's shows, movies, comedy skits, you thought that was great to repost that.
Exactly. It resonated with your soul. That's just crazy. Like I said, during that quote era, I got a quote tatted on my chest, right? And it says, "Through every dark night, there's a brighter day." And that's from Tupac. It's probably from somebody else who inspired Tupac. But when I heard it, nigga, it was from Tupac, right? I was going through a lot of shit. And I would spam that quote on my Facebook, my Instagram, everywhere. Just that quote. Why? Because I was going through a lot of shit. And I knew on the other side, I was still going to be great, nigga. This is all temporarily what I'm going through. So I would post that quote a lot because it resonated, nigga. It was something, a part of me. Something about all these little kid jokes and rape culture was a part of you, nigga. It resonated with you. That's wild.
Oh, killing little babies and doing this, that, and the third is fun. Oh, well, that's a quote from Aleister Crowley. But you're obviously putting that out there, letting it be known that you find either it humorous or you think it's cool.
I thought it was funny at the time. Like, just like I'm explaining, you know, at that time, I mean, I could find tweets from all your favorite celebrities that are way more offensive than anything that those same people would say on social media these days. I feel like everybody has learned to just not say anything even close to offensive because everybody is so quick to cancel you or whatever. And, you know, I'm the same way, where I might think that some shit is funny and I just won't tweet it, won't say it on the podcast, etc., because everybody just knows these days that everybody's thirsty as fuck to cancel somebody. So, you know, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, are you accusing me of fucking doing some crazy shit like in those tweets? Or you might not think it's funny, and I agree in retrospect, of course, it doesn't seem funny, but I'm sure you like understand the concept of me thinking something was funny in a completely different world 12 years ago, right?
Well, I've accepted that white people have a different type of sense of humor. I've hung out with white people. I've watched certain movies, and the sense of humor is different. And I even said that when we first discovered it. I said, whack, they got a different sense of humor. They even play with the gay shit sometimes. Like I noticed they even find some sense of humor in that. They don't really be gay, but they sex play each other and do little weird shit. And I'm just looking at it like, even though a lot of these is from a long time ago, our biggest concern is when these type of situations get discovered, and the person, yeah, even if they've changed, Justin Bieber, he had that one song where he was like nigga 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 nigga, and they're like,
No, 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 no. See, you gonna get better at this broadcasting shit. Justin Bieber had sung to a homeless black man and said he should kill him and there would be one less lonely nigger with the hard ER. He said that.
well, he was 14 at the time. They said, what, he's grown, he's reading the Bible now, he's got his wife, he's being a father, like he's out the way. So people are like, okay, he was a kid. But when we see someone like you, and that is successful at what he's doing, and we see these type of tweets that were going out, it makes us question, who are we supporting? Like, are like some people, like I made the graphic PTR, right, Adam, with your picture on it. That's
Okay.
that's our profile pic. Some of the members didn't want to wear it. You know what I mean? I made it, to show support if you come in, to the app, and come into the room to talk to us. But some of them didn't want to wear it because they're like, man, I want to talk to him first. I knew you weren't going to come on here and say, yes, I used to like little kid. I knew you weren't going to say any of that, but they still was. It was still a conversation that needs to be had, because I don't want to support someone if they think that a child being taken advantage of is humor, or a woman being raped is humor, or
Damn.
like if someone thinks that's funny, I don't want to support that, because I have kids, and I wouldn't support anybody like that, and know that I have kids, and know that I have nieces, and I've been a kid before, because that's the type of humor, dark comedy, that I'm definitely not into. Nor do I think anyone on stage or on this panel will say that they're into that. We have women that were highly offended, and even though I told you about those two women who made the accusations, right? Even though they're not underage, it still ties into this sexual type tweets.
Damn, you got lined up, Adam. You got like I'm a super fan of the brand No Jumper. Like when we got on, I was like, man, I gotta get that No Jumper interview to solidify that shit. And then when I get old as fuck, I gotta get that Vlad TV interview to solidify the shit. You know what I mean? But like, damn, they really lined you up, and then to even have the audio with your voice defending these things that look crazy, like this paints an optic that lasts forever. I feel like,
whether it's referred to,
but I don't think cancel culture works though. But you can paint a strong narrative around somebody. That's a fact. But I don't think cancel culture even really works, because once you building a YouTube channel and building a brand on YouTube, you're building your own audience that rocks with you forever. If you go to my comment section, it be my chat carrying videos through all the time. And then eventually the comment section will become a culture in its own. The Discord culture is a culture in its own. And those bonds that I'm building with my chat will last forever. And once it's fully nourished and fully built up, nobody can get me the fuck up out of here. No matter, I don't plan on doing any egregious shit. I plan to just chill and stay the fuck out the way and keep entertaining and making content. That's all I want to do. The extras, I'm cool. But anybody that builds a platform organically, brick by brick by brick, you can't cancel them. But goddamn, Adam, this is a crazy fucking narrative.
As children, or if it's referred to in regards to rape, it's still something that's highly offensive. And for people to see this now after supporting No Jumper for so long, it's like, why the hell wouldn't we want to address it? We're not saying, oh, shut it down and get the hell up out of here, but we're definitely like, well, shit, we fuck with you, and you bring so many black artists and entertainers into your platform and chop it up, and so automatically that's going to draw a lot of minorities as well to come and check it out because of the people you talk to. So
Nah,
we want
definitely,
to
yeah,
make sure that that everything is good because we are supporters of it.
for sure. And I mean, I that's why I'm here in the first place is because like I told Wack at first like nah I don't want to do an interview about it because that shit first like got exposed online or whatever in like 2018, and I feel like I spoke on it then. And if anybody,
damn, so your first gut instinct was to not even do this interview. You should have stuck with that. I can't even hold you. Like I've been a fan of your brand for years. I knew none of this. So that means this nigga act when he was beefing with you, he really went light because I'm pretty sure he knew all of this.
wanted to see an explanation at the time, they could have gone and seen that. But you know, I don't feel like I have anything to hide. Like the only thing that we're talking about is me thinking some shit was funny. What like 12 years ago. So I feel you. Like, I understand why you would be upset about that because, as a father now, there's shit that I joked around about at that time that I would never, ever dream in a million years. Even like, there's been things like jokes people made to me on the podcast about my kid or, sort of just like referencing children in some way that I had to like tell the team, like, nah, edit that out because I look at shit way different now. And, all the dark humor shit, I feel like when you're younger, like a lot of people would point out like, oh, you were 27 at the time or whatever. Like that's true. But I also was like hanging out with all these 19, 20, 21-year-old kids because I was running a BMX team, So, I mean, I really like don't like there's a bit.
I don't think that was a good example. I don't think that was a good example at all. Oh man, saying that you was running around with 19, 20, 21-year-olds when you were 27. When I was 27, I was banging the fuck out of Mills. Just all day, man. Straight up. I don't know. I can't relate. Why would I want to kick it with somebody younger than me? What the fuck am I going to gain out of that? With everybody older than me, they got the blueprint. That I'm trying. No way. No
big
way.
part of me that is just like whatever. I don't give a fuck if people are offended by some shit I said in 2010. It is what it is. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying, and I want to come in here and just make it perfectly explicitly clear what I stand for. Especially because I got all these different dudes who probably look at those tweets like T-Rail or AD who look at that and they think it looks crazy, and they got kids too. And I'm sure that they know me so well that they don't even give a fuck enough to be like, "Oh, Adam, explain this." But they all know that I got an offensive ass sense of humor. Anybody who's watched the No Jumper Show knows that I'm always pushing the line, that I'm always trying to, make a joke out of something that nobody else wants to joke about or whatever. That's kind of like my whole personality is just to push the limits of what we were allowed to joke around about or whatever. And back in 2010 on Twitter, there were no fucking limits. There was no rules. You could post anything on that shit and people would just laugh their asses off. And I'm sure if I looked, I could find all kinds of crazy examples. But it's I want to get both points across, which is that the main point is just I want to get across like I feel you. I understand why that shit looks crazy and why it's offensive, but again, it was just jokes at the time, and a lot of that stuff I regret, and I apologize to anyone it does offend. But at the same time, I mean that it's not. They were never meant to be taken literally, and it was all stuff that I was probably tweeting at 2 a.m, drunk as fuck for the most part. Just
That's what I
laughing
was
about
about
some
to say,
stupid
bro.
shit.
That's creep. That makes it creepier. There's no explaining this. Up 2 or 3 in the morning, drunk as fuck, joking about raping underage children. That doesn't. That don't make it better. That means you got a problem. Like that's your inner self coming out. They say the two people that tell the truth are kids and drunk people, bro. That's what I'm saying. That resonated with you somewhere, bro.
I was about to say, I look, I'm a pretty good judgment of character, right? So one thing I do know is like I know you, I know where you at, I know where your heart at, I know how you know how you take care of your family and shit like that, how you are around other people's family members and kids and none of that is you. I'll say this: once upon a time, I said a bunch of offensive shit too. about motherfuckers today that I call my comrades and my brothers because they wore a blue rag. We talking 10, 12 years ago. We talking about when niggas was jumping on social media trying to find a way, doing shit back when niggas was planking and laying in the middle of freeways and doing anything to get fucking attention, right? So, and I told Reek, I said, Reek, I ain't gonna front. A young Adam, that nigga probably was on shrooms, high as a motherfucker, and on some just saying anything. I said, what I do recognize is this. He never went back and tried to delete shit. That's why it was there to be found.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
I respect you apologizing and answering these questions, man.
I got to do that as a dad, because I'm gonna be real with you. Like my day was oriented.
Oh shit! Adam hit him with the Uno reverse. He's like, I gotta do that as a dad. You know what I mean? Adam hit him with the Uno. He hit him with the I got children, so I'm offended card. Oh no, Adam.
Sit around my kid. Like I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning so I could play with my kid for a couple hours before I showered and went to work. I rushed home after work so that I could see my kid and give her a bath for like an hour before I hopped on this shit. There's a big part of me, like Wack will tell you that when Wack had an issue with me before and we didn't see eye to eye, my attitude was basically like, all right, well, if that's how you feel, then it is what it is. And that's going at somebody who, from my perspective, is basically one of the most powerful people in the streets of LA. And I still was just like, hey, if you don't like how I'm moving, then it is what it is.
That's why a tiny part of me. Adam, that's your character. Like, first I thought, I'm like, yo, this motherfucking white boy flexing on me, right? But that's just you. You don't mean nothing by it. That's just you. Like, you got this cocky, oh well, fuck it, dude. But I don't mean no harm, but that's what it is, type of personality. So, like, I had to respect it, you know what I mean? And, eventually, shit, you called me. Hey, what? Want to get to work? And like, I was like, oh, he do fuck with me. And then it just went from there.
But yeah, what I'm saying is, like, I don't want to take that attitude towards everybody in this room of, oh, nah, like, I ain't apologizing for shit. Like, I get how that shit's offensive and I wouldn't make those jokes now. And to a certain extent, I wish that everybody would just get it that at the time, Twitter was way different. But, I wanted to explain the context and everything just so people could understand where I'm really coming from. Like, my kid is my whole life right now, Like, and there was never a time period where I thought that, like, hurting a kid was funny or cool or some shit like that. But definitely there was a time period where it seemed like an okay thing to joke about, which I couldn't do that now. It hits too close to home. Plus, the internet is a totally different place. But, I understand why you guys want an explanation about that. I just want to make that clear that I'm not coming in on some cocky shit like I don't owe anybody an explanation,
Because I can imagine if someone made a joke about your daughter or your son, you wouldn't find it funny, and even if they were 20 and young, you would probably highly be offended.
No, it's up for sure.
Yeah. So,
hey, academics in here. I just pinged them up.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Yo, you were severely lined up, brother. Was Ack still mad because? Hold on, there was something I saw in passing, very briefly. I think I was at work. It said that Adam22 could have lined or said something along the lines of he could have got Ack lined up while he was interviewing. And I remember I did see that stream of Ack going the fuck off. I was like, oh, you could have lined me up? Oh, Adam. Because even though you hit most of the room with the Uno reverse, you didn't hit me with an Uno reverse, brother. Like, that shit still is wild, saying, oh, I was drunk and I just tweeted that. I don't know if there was ever a time where I would get drunk and just tweet some wild shit like that.
It was a black joke. I'm just fucking around with y'all. It was some black jokes in there. Shout out to Akademiks. I like when he's around because I know I got a fairly large head.
Yo, Wack, you a fool, man.
You in the Matrix.
Academics, I got word for you, bro.
Yo,
hey, hold on, chill.
That nigga Ack got brains, my nigga. Act got brain. That's why that nigga smart. That nigga got
super pause.
Hella
pause.
I got a question for King Trail, because King Trail be with him, and I got a question for him if you don't mind. Is he still in here?
Yeah, I'm in here, brother. Let's do it.
All right, for sure. Let me reset the room. Hey, welcome to Trolls Nation. If you're new to the room, welcome. This is the Trolls Nation room on the Clubhouse app. If you're on stage and an artist, you want to come up or you want to stay on stage, don't act bougie. Go ahead and troll up top. Hit the greenhouse. Join the club. Follow the moderators on stage. You see what's going on. This evening, no jumpers, Adam22 Speaks. We got Whack 100 in the building. We got Benzino in the building. We got Akademiks in the building. You know what I mean? And you already know, man, we got Trolls Nation in the building. So we gonna keep it rocking. So King Trail, man, my question is for you. How long have you been working with Adam22?
Now probably going on like 7 months.
7 months. And have you ever seen any tweets from him that you've had to correct him on, or any offensive tweets that you felt some type of way about?
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. The first time I seen the tweets is when you niggas brought it up. And then I brought it up. I'm like, what these niggas talking about? I'm scared to look at it, cuz. I'm like, what they talking about? Then he sent me the link, and just like y'all, I was like, oh no. I'm like, I'm start thinking like,
man, I didn't know about these tweets either.
Get my kids sold, so I'm gonna have to fuck Adam up. But I'm like, at that point though, I'm like, just being around him for the last 7 months, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, this dude is like, he real cool. Like, his humor is dark. He does say offensive shit. I did take offense to the jokes, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. He did those tweets a long time ago, like anybody would. I got 5 kids, you feel me? Like, all those tweets are offensive, you know what I'm saying? If he was from a gang or whatever, whatnot, we would have the DP out the gate.
Pause.
You know I don't know how to reprimand him other than telling my real homie that
DP him out the gate.
Checky, you know what I'm
saying?
Yo, like a real
all y'all wildin', bro. What the fuck?
Like, hey, don't ever do no shit like that again. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you do have one. Go ahead.
Besides them old tweets, you ain't seen no current tweets or nothing in the 7 months of you working with him in regards to kids or something where you was offended by?
Bro,
Nah,
nothing
hell no, nothing that I get offended by what this nigga do. Cause if you know him, like, nigga just crazy. He just be saying wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to take like too serious or nothing like that, man. He just be saying wild shit, gay shit. Like, he is one of them white guys that'll try to sex play a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. And then if you into the jokes, he'll keep doing them. Like, you just gotta check him on it. Like, hey, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me like that. But other than that, man, he a cool dude, loyal dude, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't take nothing out of context, you know what I'm saying? He's straight, man.
He ever got at you with any racist jokes?
You know what I'm saying? He's semi-racist, but I'm racist too, you know what I'm saying, with the jokes. I'm with the you know what I'm saying? I'm with the Mexican jokes, white jokes. That's what we do on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, your heart gotta be strong on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? If your heart ain't strong, you can't come on there. You know what I'm saying? I might say anything too myself. You know what I'm saying? So I be saying wild shit if you be watching it too. So yeah, like, he be saying little shit, but I be saying shit too. You know what I'm saying? And we got a Hispanic homie on there that be saying shit too. Like, that's just like how we get down, you know what I'm saying? Like, blacks and browns anyway, you know what I'm saying? We won, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I really don't even take nothing to heart, you feel me?
Yeah, but you know, everybody don't play with them type of jokes. So, do you make him consciously aware? Like, yeah, these black jokes might fly with me, but somebody else hear it, or you try to shoot one of them, you know, they gonna take it offensive because I don't know Adam22. So you're giving a great testimony on him being a solid dude, and he don't got no malice behind it. But if I just seen him in the streets and I just heard him on the phone say some racist shit, I'm gonna be on him like, what the fuck is this about? You get what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Certain jokes is for certain people. You feel me? You supposed to know what you're doing and how you doing it. That's like saying blood and cuz. You can't say that shit to everybody. You feel me? Like, certain people gonna take certain offense to certain things. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, he know what's up. He a grown ass man. He know who to say that shit and who not to say that shit to. You feel me? But just in the profession that we in, you know what I'm saying? We just doing what we like to do. We saying however, you know what I'm saying? We saying what we want to say. But as far as going out in the streets and going out into, like, civilization saying some wild shit like that. Like niggas ain't doing that.
Yeah, like
I damn sure crack white jokes on Adam. So shit, if I crack a white
whole
joke
thing
on
with the podcast in general is that I feel like a podcast is all about just building up the best possible rapport and communication between people, right? And in my case, like we got House Phone, AD, and T-Rail who are
Bro, salute to Adam. He Uno reversed the fuck out of this shit.
Black, we got Uno's Mexican, and then I'm the white guy. We got some other white guys who come on a little bit and shit, but I think I think the best version of the podcast is closer to real life. And I know from my experience in real life, every black dude I know who's friends with Mexicans will make a fucking joke about a fucking taco or a quesadilla or whatever the fuck it is. And that's normal. Like, that's real life. Like, I'm so used to every black dude that I'm friends with making some jokes about me being white. And, it's only a matter of time until, I'm obviously very conscious of the history of this country and the inequality between black and white people. And I don't want to act like I think it's like, oh, somebody called me a cracker, so I can call them a blank. That's definitely not the case. But I do think that like the best possible scenario for a podcast is just everybody being so comfortable with each other that they could say the shit that they would say behind closed doors, and that the people who are watching will be able to laugh at it because they know that you're really friends and you're really not trying to hurt each other,
AD down there, CEO.
What's up, Rick?
Yeah, we just picked him up. We picked him up.
What's happening?
Oh, Whack, you in the Matrix. What's going on, AD?
What's happening?
What up, AD up?
Yeah, what I missed, man? I'm over here doing some last Christmas shopping.
Man, I ain't brought a gift yet.
Hey, I want you to get I want you to get 80 perspective on what you just asked me too. You know what I'm saying? Ask that nigga the same question.
No, facts. I'm definitely gonna ask him. So I'm glad he here. He came in the room the other night. So you know what I mean. Thank you for pulling up, AD. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So we just went over some offensive tweets from 2010. I'm not gonna read them again. They disgusting. They horrible.
I know the shit.
And yeah. So what I want to know is, how long have you been working with him? How long have you been in contact with
Adam? Adam picked me up about almost 2 years ago now.
2 years ago. And in the 2 years of you knowing him, have you seen any offensive, sexually orientated tweets towards kids?
Fuck no. Why? Okay, niggas, listen. Niggas ain't about to play the homie on here, cuz we ain't gonna do that.
No. I said that they're all,
AD know they try to line Adam up too.
So, and has he ever said anything to you where you took offense to it and you had to correct him? And as far as some of the
only one time the nigga made a joke that I was a thief, but he don't like when I talk about that. That was it.
Okay. Just a joke. Just a joke.
A joke.
That's one other thing I want to say too, though, is that, man, like, I got crazy amounts of respect for AD and T-Rail and shit because, I've been doing this business for a long time, but the heart of the business was always just me doing interviews. And when I met AD is when I really started to realize, like, oh shit, like, there's a lot of really dope personalities in LA that might not necessarily be getting a chance from a lot of other media companies, and like, as soon as I brought AD in and realized like how much the No Jumper fans fucked with him and how much like they really appreciated seeing him grow as a broadcaster and everything, since he was a little rough around the edges in the beginning, that just really like motivated the fuck out of me to really like start taking No Jumper to where it's at now, where we have all these different hosts. And that's really an AD thing. Like he showed me what was possible with.
See, that is my favorite quality of Adam. Adam himself is a star, but he has no problem putting people on. His ego's not in the way, and that's why Adam, I think he has the biggest blogging channel right now, or it's Vlad. It's one of the two, right? They know how to do kind of like the bait and switch. You're a star, you're what made the brand, but they know what it takes to make the brand go further. I wouldn't even mind, like, once I'm fully on, having another co-host here, having another person run this, and branch out and build a network.
But No Jumper, to be real.
Okay, all right, well, salute to AD. So, AD,
Yeah.
Has he? So it was some comments about him being racist. Has he ever called you a nigga or made you feel like he was on some
Man,
racist
if
shit?
hey, listen, if that he know damn well I talk to him like this every day. If he called me a nigga, I'll beat the dog shit out of that nigga, boy. That's my homeboy. Let me tell you something. Ain't none of that shit going down over there. We ain't saying that. He ain't got no nigga pass. He don't even press that. Listen, I do the news with the nigga every morning, damn near. You feel me? Even when the N word come up, the nigga goes, ah, ah, like he looks at me every fucking time. Cause I ain't like that. Okay. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. If I thought Cub was rapist, a pedophile, anything like that, I wouldn't even work
He
there.
wouldn't
You
be
feel me?
fucking with it.
I wouldn't be. This nigga literally put the battery bar back. Like everybody know me in the city, gangster rapping and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, quarantine happened. The nigga said, "Hey, I got a Snapchat show." I thought I was gonna do this shit one time. You feel me? The motherfucker, he was like, "Hey, you want to keep doing this shit?" I'm like, "Damn, quarantine happened. I'm down the street anyway. Man, let me come here and do this shit." And then the nigga said, "Oh man, I think you should have your own show." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I'm not gonna lie, AD got hella good with broadcasting, straight up. Just to watch the trajectory of that and just his evolution of that, because he was like, I wasn't fucking with it at first, but as time went on, he just got cold with it. I'm like, all right, AD, that I fucks with him. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Adam, put him
And I
up.
was,
See, that's
contemplating
what
on
I'm
doing.
saying. You have these broadcasters, some of these broadcasters, I don't know what it is. It's like, nigga, this is YouTube. The heart of YouTube is the heart of the collabs, and then when you have repeat collabs on top of that, a lot of good could come from that. Some of these YouTubers start getting the mindset of these delusional celebrities that have millions of dollars of advertisement money and can do it solo because it's not really solo. There's 1,000 niggas behind them making them lit. You can get popping solo, but for how long? And how far do you want the brand to go? Me, I want mine to go even when I'm 6 feet under. How do you do that? You got to make a network and make a brand, right?
Doing this shit because niggas in the streets is like, "Oh, you shouldn't do this and do that. It's gonna fuck up your music and all that." Man, I said, man, fuck that. Cause God give me an opportunity. Man, look, I'm gonna sit there and take it. And bro, it's been the best decision, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit opened up so many doors, and a lot of motherfuckers they always, what I'm saying, labels, and everybody always think, "Oh, AD's a problem." You know what I'm saying? They'll say, "We like your music, but you a liability," and shit like that. When it came down to acting, when it came down to everything that I ever wanted to do, my own people always shut the door on me. So here come this white nigga that's telling me, "Hey, you got the potential. I believe in you," and shit like that. And nigga put me on a fucking platform, bro. Without nigga, I didn't come there for money, bro. I was really trying to, like, what I'm saying, do some shit for my career. And them niggas gave me a check, and I was like, well, I wasn't expecting this shit, but I appreciate this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it kept moving from there. And then the nigga Adam literally told me, he said, "Hey, listen, AD, we don't know what the fuck is going on, like, in the streets and stuff. If there's dope people that you think should be a part of the platform, hey, we gonna trust your judgment and shit." I literally been bringing in motherfuckers, bro. That's
Gina.
gang members, my nigga. You feel me? My brother came straight out of prison. That nigga Adam hired them, bro. Put them on camera, made them security. You feel me?
Oh,
I done
that's
came and
dope.
bought T-Rail. That's what I'm saying, bro. I bought Gina through that mother.
That's some real ass shit. How many of these other broadcasters do you see here put it on like that? You know?
As soon as I see Duna, I said I want to keep him. So Cud gave me free reign, and Cud and bro, nigga making a lot of fucking money on top of that, bro, and changing a nigga's whole perspective on all this shit.
Well,
I'm getting jealous. I'm getting jealous though, AD, because I kind of gave you a shot. I showed up for a crip. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. I'm gonna let you get all the white
Hey,
people
hey,
all
hey,
the blame.
hey,
I'm
hey,
going
it's
back
crazy.
on
It's
you.
crazy too, it's crazy too because you feel me? Because Unc had prior problems with Adam. You feel me? And when I told him, I said, "Hey, Wack coming up here." The nigga Adam didn't even believe me. He like, "No, he ain't coming here to fuck with me." That nigga Wack came straight on my show and said, "Hey, listen, you hire one of us, nigga. I ain't got no problem with you and shit like that, nigga. AD one of us, nigga, and it's been love ever since." And you feel me? Like, everything that we've been doing and moving and shit like that, bro, them niggas been giving me free reign, my nigga, other than like real regular homie type shit and stuff. Cause I talk to him like this. I'll say I'll beat your ass. I do all that shit. Ain't no extorting going on, bro. It's all love. It's like family.
So
You feel what I'm
let me
saying?
interject, AD. Let me interject. you know, I understand that he's providing opportunities for brother. And I told him, you know, you have a lot of black celebrities and entertainers come to your platform, and you know, a lot of the doors you open up, and you know, allow artists to come in. Opportunities is being created. But you know, the way this conversation even came about is when Charleston White made some offensive comments about raping white women and running trains on them, and he made a whole bunch of comments talking about he caught a police on 4 black kids sitting in the car just because he liked to see niggas go to jail. So you know, people brought up Adam22, and they said, hey, if y'all gonna hold Charleston up, y'all gotta hold Adam22 up as well. So
Man,
you
that
know,
nigga wait.
you and
Adam22 does not fuck that. I ain't gonna let you do that. Adam22 is not doing that shit that dude is doing.
No, not the same shit. But you
That's
know
out.
where the conversation comes, they like, well, he black, he white. So if y'all go call this out too. But see, him having these testimonies from his partners, brothers that's actually with him, that can actually vouch. And I know these brothers ain't got no reason to lie and say, oh no, he's a perfect angel, he's a saint. No,
Nah, them
they
niggas
keeping
don't
that
give a
shit
fuck.
real.
Hey, if Adam was
They keeping
anything
that shit
other than what he said, I had that nigga in the trunk somewhere. He know that.
So, hey, and I respect your honesty. So. Yeah, so what we've determined is it's from a long time ago. You know, he's explained, you know, what was going on. So I'm a T Rose. You had something to say, T Rose?
Hell yeah. I got a question for Act.
No, this ain't no academic thing, bro.
I got a
We
man.
doing Adam shit. And if the question's not respectable, to
it is
academic,
respectful. It's respectful. It's respectful.
it ain't happening on no platform.
It's
ain't doing
respectful.
none of that.
It's respectful, right?
Well, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. So we can get back, because Adam got shit to do.
All right, my bad.
I'm chilling.
Go ahead. Hey,
go ahead, get it off.
I just want to know, bro. Here at Chose Nature, bro, we want to know why this is your first time here. When we've been blowing you
because
up.
Wack told him to come today. I can answer that. Wack personally called him and told him to pull up, like I called Adam and told Adam to put up. That's why. Don't do that. That's why. Like other places I kind of ain't been. Like both of these young people are here because Wack picked up his phone of many numbers and called him. That's why. So let's reset the room and let's get back so Adam can clear everything and we keep moving.
For sure, because some of the women had questions for Adam as well. Hey, welcome to Charles Nation. If you're new to the room,
God, entitled motherfucker. Do you not know these motherfuckers got millionaire brands? You know the millions of different things they gotta do per day. Adam makes like 30 fucking videos per day, bruh, on his platform. Nigga don't got time to be picking up Clubhouse. Oh, I'm gonna stroll into this room. No, nigga.
Welcome. This is the Trolls Nation room on the Clubhouse app. If you're on stage or in the audience, you want to come up or you want to stay on stage, don't act bougie. Go ahead and troll up top. Hit the greenhouse. Join the club. Follow the moderators on stage. This evening, no jumpers. Adam22 Speaks. Everyone's in the building. We got Trolls Nation in the building. Whack 100. We got AD in the building. Benzino, Adam22, Akademiks. You know what I mean? We got everybody in the building, man. We going up. So, Phoenix, I will pass it to Phoenix. Phoenix, did you have any questions for him?
Yeah, I do. I just have one. So I did read a recent tweet that you posted, and you said this looks like this is the week that I'm going to be canceled, or something to that effect. So I was just wondering, do you feel that you've been canceled or being canceled, and what do you think the outlook is for you now that these tweets have been made public?
Well, so I tweeted that in 2018, which is the same time that these tweets got, basically people flipped out about them. I guess you guys found out a little bit later than a lot of people. But do I feel canceled? I mean, to be honest, like
Fuck no. Fuck no. He has 4 million fucking subs with 1 billion fucking plays. How the fuck you gonna cancel that? You can't cancel any YouTube platform that is organically built, brother. Sorry. Who's gonna pull out? Major corporations. They've already done that multiple times. Even YouTube's pulled out away from Adam sometimes, man. You can't cancel it. It's too far gone,
I just seen the Lyrical Lemonade did a fucking Pop-Tart collab. I don't think I'm getting a Pop-Tart collab anymore, but I don't really give a fuck, because to be honest, like, I'm making way more money right now than I ever could have imagined making in my entire life. I'm paying all these fucking people to make content for us. My everything business wise is like going crazy for me right now. So I would be pretty fucking greedy to be sitting here being like, oh, I'm canceled because so and so got an Adidas deal and I didn't get that, whatever. I mean, I don't really give a fuck, to be honest, because I'm my own person. Like, I don't really think even if I never had these tweets leak or whatever, I don't really think that I would have ever been able to be the kind of person that just could be politically correct and not piss people off and offend people. Like, my sense of humor is so raw and so edgy. I mean, T-Rail or AD will tell you that I said plenty of things around them that their fucking jaws have dropped because they couldn't believe that I said it. That's just how I am, and I'm not trying to fucking tame my sense of humor just to get a brand deal or some shit. That's just not me. Plus, like, I do porn, so I mean, yeah, I mean, probably people who do porn are pretty canceled in the sense that, like, a lot of brands wouldn't want to fuck with you if your dick is on the internet, you know?
Okay. I do have one follow-up question. So you did mention that you have a daughter. So I'm assuming when she grows up and she'll eventually become aware of these tweets, how are you going to explain this to her? And, I guess to piggyback on that, other people will have to explain to their children when their children see things like this. So how do you explain that to your daughter?
Yeah, I'll probably just say, like, hey, the world was way different back then. The sense of humor was way different. That was 2010. I mean, I could tell you shit from 1998 that I thought was funny when I was in high school that seems probably way worse than any of those tweets. Like, I will probably just have to explain the times have changed a lot and we don't make jokes like this anymore. And, like, shit like that. Like, there's all kinds of crazy shit because, like, even I mean, I say shit on the podcast all the time that I think about afterwards. Like, how would you explain that to your kid? That's a very adult conversation that it would be really hard for her to understand. But yeah, I mean, I expect to have a whole lifetime of those fucking conversations because of, not just like shit I tweeted back in the day, but shit I'll say all the time. How do you explain to somebody to be a nice person? And then meanwhile, you go on the podcast and you'll call somebody a fucking idiot talking about me. I'll say whatever. I try to be as honest as possible when I'm on camera, but at the same time, I got to teach her it's not good to just be honest all the time because you're going to get fucking suspended from school or whatever. So, I mean, that's definitely something to think about, but, I'm not going to let it stop me from living my life right now either,
Well, watch this, Adam. Watch this. Wait, watch
that.
this. Watch this. Because I'm an active asshole, right? So my daughter's right here. My daughter just watched me fight like 8 niggas backstage.
Hey.
So I don't know, Devin. How do you? Because now we're going forward to where Adam has to be one day with his daughter. How do you feel about your dad and my out when I say crazy shit on social media or I'm fighting or whatever the fuck it is? I mean, how do you take it? Because Pops keep it 100 with you. You know what's up. I don't lie to you. You know what's going on. So how do does it have an effect on you? Any questions you like, Dad, we need to have a conversation. What does this mean? Like,
tell the truth, Devin. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
Nah, to be honest, I think because I know how he is, and I'm his twin. So it's like me and him act the same and we think the same. So whatever he says something, I think I just kind of like laugh about it. Cause I know that he's being dead serious too. Like everything he says, like he might take it as a joke, but he's being like dead serious. So I don't really like when I look at him, I don't really care about it. I just kind of I laugh about it most of the time.
There you go. And watch this.
That's the answer right
watch
there.
this. I have told my children, this is real shit, because I'm one of those pro-black people, and I be thinking about my grandkids and shit. And I done seen pictures of some crazy shit, mixing races. I've told my children, listen, you got the right to marry who you want to marry. But if you marry the wrong person, I'm writing your ass out the wheel. Do I not tell you that?
All the time.
There it goes. So, hey, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I don't never want to be grandpa walking in the store and some people think I didn't kidnap somebody's kids because motherfuckers, some other shit going on. I'm going to keep it clean. But, it's just what it is.
But also, like, I do feel like when it comes to, like, Adam and his daughter and all that stuff, I feel like when she does grow up, like, it's not even going to be that big of a deal. Like, yes, she might see it, whatever, but, like, even, like, having someone that's known having a parent that's known in the industry, like, it's going to come what it's going to come with. And at the end of the day, you can't like people are gonna try to like put everything.
That is kind of cool. Like hearing a kid that grew up with an entertainer. Well, Wack pretty much is a manager, but he's an entertainer at this point. And what do they think? My kid be showing everybody our YouTube channel. Look. My pops did this right after we got done playing Apex Legends. He thinks it's funny. He shouts out my intro and outro one time. What was it? Just yesterday. We had to edit him out because he said it louder than I did. I probably should have kept it in. But he said the outro, which we about to play right now. As always, YouTube, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, bang that notification bell in the description box below. You can find a link to my Discord. Alright? And follow me on all my socials. We're getting busy over there too. Yeah, this was Liddy. Shout out to Chose Nation. Shout out to Wack. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to Akademiks. Man, that was crazy. We might even review the other half or do a reaction to the other half. Salute to Adam. That was a crazy Uno reverse. Let me know y'all thoughts about this whole topic in the comment section below. Alright? Go.